You don't need goals. You need systems. All right, so let me explain because this is just crazy. Like this just reinforced like my whole style, my whole flow, right? Let me just explain. All right, so I go to like a chiropractor, right? And me and my chiropractor, we be chopping up and everything. We be having normal conversations, whatever, right? And today, I went in there for again a routine adjustment, normal adjustment, a well needed adjustment because Lord knows my back be hurting, right? Anyways, so we get to talking, and I tell him like, yeah, so I completed my challenge of 25,000 steps, right? Man, tell me why my chiropractor get to talking about systems, right? And I'm just sitting there stunned, like, wait, you you too? Like, you for real right now? And he was just like, yeah, like, like systems that, systems this, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, whole time he don't even know that I've been reading Atomic Habits. He don't even know that I've been sitting here every day actually doing a system, actually doing a whole routine every day, which YouTube is a part of my, daily routine and stuff like that, right? But he didn't even know. He didn't have no clue that I'd be really sitting here talking to y'all. I'd be really sitting here just yapping about whatever come to my mind, because that's just it's man, listen. The best things in your life will happen to you when you least expect it, and this could not have been one of the best things that has ever happened to me, because it just reinforced my whole idea on systems and why I need to keep going. My chiropractor really like surprised me and just started talking about systems. It was crazy. It was literally like the craziest thing, like the craziest thing. All right, we're gonna write that down. Yup, zero. Yep, and then yeah. All right. Anyways, so you know what I'm saying. So he was like, "Yo, so like, what's your whole walking system? Like, how do you go about that? Like, right?" And I was just like, "Well, how I completed my 25,000 step challenge was basically what I did was I already had a good pair of Skechers, and by the way, Skechers got to be like the best shoe brand on the market. Like if you want to have a comfortable shoe, a shoe that's gonna last you a long time. I'm not even sponsored by Skechers, but I fully give the Zelly stamp on Skechers. Skechers is like the best. Like I swear, bro, that those the only shoes that my feet really don't hurt in. Like for real, for real. I swear to you, I would never lie. Skechers are king. Skechers are peak. For real. Swear to God. I swear to God. I put that on my mama. Like swear to God. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me gonna yeah, I was kind of parched. Anyways, so then we started talking about like goals and everything, and because he was like, yeah, a goal can be this and a goal can be that, and I was just like, listen. So I quoted James Clear on page 27. On page 27, I got like what is that on my nose? Okay. On page 27, James Clear said, you don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. And he just stood there like, right. I like, and I was just like, right. Like, yeah, yeah, right. No, I ain't even gonna front. Like James Clear clearly cooked with that one. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front at all. So where was I at before? I got like I wrote everything down. Like, yo, when fire stuff, listen, let me give y'all some game. Let me give y'all some game. When fire stuff happened to you, Write it down. When you have a fire conversation with anybody, whether it be like your mom, your dad, your cousin, your uncle, whoever, write that conversation down. Write who said what, write what you said, write what they said, write everything down, because you never know when you might need that in the future. And I'm glad that I wrote our whole conversation down. That's why I'm kind of like reading it to you, because it's like, yo, like, write everything down. Write everything down. Write every single fire conversation that you have with somebody down. Write it down. Please promise me that you will write it down. I locked that in. All right. Anyways, so moral of the story, right? Systems are better than goals, right? That's controversial. Really? Is it really though? Like, because listen, right? Anything can be a goal. Anything can be a goal. Let's say, oh, I want $10,000. I want to have $10,000. Okay, well, that's a goal, but you need a whole system for that. Oh, I want to drive a Lamborghini Urus. Okay, that's possible, but do you have a system to how you're going to get the car? You need to have systems. Now, mind you, some people may argue like, oh, you have to have a goal, right, in order to have systems. And my thing is, I don't really think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think because see, I kind of like work backwards, but I think if you have a system even without a goal, that system will last longer, because it's a series of actions that you take rather than just saying, oh, I want to do this. I want to do the thing. I want to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, having systems is way much better because you can actually gauge your progress. I'm just saying, like, at least in my opinion. For example, I have like what is my system, right? What is Zelly's system? I will tell you, my system is simple. When I come home, I take a shower. From the shower, I will sit and I will script YouTube videos. Then I will record that video, upload it. And what I added to this system that you kind of see me doing now, believe it or not, is now I am having a system where I implement shorts. So what I'll do is, as the video goes on, I will write the shorts down, like the actual timestamp, like the actual physical timestamp. I will write the actual timestamp down. So then when I go back into post editing, I can just clip, upload, and then it makes it a whole lot simpler. Now, mind you, does that translate well to like in the video? Maybe, I don't know. Don't make it obvious, right? Because see, that's the thing. Don't make it obvious. I mean, or make it obvious, because that's how you need to, right? It depends. But what I'm saying is systems rule. Like, systems rule everything around me. Like no cap, like for real. So like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, so here's the two systems, right? Because systems are really fascinating, bro. So like I said, I already kind of shared my whole like YouTube system where I kind of come home, create idea, script that said idea, and then record, and then, you know, short in the like video, chop it up, post full video, post shorts, right? But here's a bigger system that I just kind of created. So I was afraid at one point. Many things don't fear me. Many things don't scare me. I should say. Many things don't actually scare me, but really what really terrified me was two things. It was me making the same video, and it was me running out of video ideas to talk about, right? Here's the thing, right? Anything can be a video idea, first and foremost. Any idea that you have, if you can execute that idea well enough, it could be a video. It can be a video. Anything, any idea that you have can be a video, right? As long as it can fit inside of YouTube guidelines. Anything that you have that you think, it can be a YouTube video, because only you have certain thoughts, only you have certain feelings that only pertain to you. So anything that you do think can really be a YouTube video, like anything, any conversation, any whatever it can be. If it's pressed upon your mind, it can be a video, right? Just take me for an example. It could be a video, just like how today's video. This is a video, right? All right, cool, simple. Right? All right, cool. So we got that. Now, here's the other thing, right? Here's the other system that I have, right? So again, I was afraid of running out of video ideas. So what I came up with is I was to brainstorm. So like, right? So let's say it's Sunday, right? I'm going to brainstorm video topics for Monday and Tuesday, right? So on Monday, I'll go to record Monday's video. I have a topic for Tuesday. Now on Tuesday, I'm gonna brainstorm ideas for Wednesday and Thursday's video, possibly Friday's video, right? Okay, cool. I shoot the video idea for Tuesday, but I still have Wednesday, Thursday that I need to, right? Then Wednesday, I brainstorm for Friday, Saturday. Okay, Friday, Saturday. Okay, cool. And then that cycle continues. So now I'm building a whole, oh my bad, I'm building a whole idea bank. I'm building a whole idea bank. And the goal is, I was afraid that I would never, ever, well, that I would run out of ideas. Now, I will truly never run out of ideas. Like, I can't, it's impossible. It's impossible. Now I have a content system, but it even goes further, because I can then take some of my YouTube video topics and kind of use those as talking pieces on my stream. So now I have content for YouTube and content for streaming. Gang, I just cracked the code. I just cracked the content code for myself. I just cracked the entire code. Crazy, right? And it took me like 5 minutes to even think about it. Like for real. Crazy though. But I swear it's going to work. It has to work. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. All right, so that's pretty much that. Now the thing is, right, the main point of this whole video, not even like the main point, but a point that I kind of have been thinking about, and I kind of like, brainstormed in my head, was that, oh, what? Okay, that's a piece of hair. Is that basically, to me, a system is a lifestyle. It's not so much a series of habits, but it's a lifestyle. Like, for example, YouTube is in my lifestyle. I live YouTube. I live YouTube, right? Reading is a lifestyle. Like, I read books every day. I read a book every day. I read the same book every day. I've been reading, but I mean, I have other books, but it's my lifestyle, right? Journaling is a part of my lifestyle, right? Learning new vocabulary words are a part of my lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Like, when you are fully dedicated to your systems, it's a lifestyle. And it's hard to get out of that lifestyle, right? And if you do get out of that lifestyle, then did you really ever want it? How bad did you want that type of lifestyle? For me, what made me want it was I wanted to change. I wanted to reinvent myself. I needed something that I could lean on, that goals could just never give me. Goals never gave me clarity. Goals never gave me breakthroughs. Goals never gave me new ideas. Goals, for me, goals just kind of kept me stagnant. Goals were just words. They were just words. All right, sure, I wanted to be a better person, or sure, I wanted to learn a new skill, but what were my systems for doing so? I didn't have any. I didn't even know about systems. No one taught me this. I had to read this in a book. No one ever gave me that perspective on systems. No one ever taught me anything. All right. It wasn't until like this year where I learned about systems, where I got deep into systems, and where I began to really think and change my viewpoint on how I look at goals. Like, because goals never helped me. Maybe goals help you, but goals never helped me stay on track. Whatever. Like, I didn't. What? Oh, okay. Sure. I want to be rich. Okay. Like most people want to be rich, but only 1% of people do. So, I mean, again, they're just words. They're just a bunch of I want statements, or I need to have statements by whatever. And that's it. That's all goals pretty much are. They're just that. They're literally just that. So that's all I'm saying. So listen, like, the last thing that I want to say is, in conclusion, is like, a goal can be anything, but a system is everything. I'm going to say that one more time. A goal can be anything, but a system is everything. And without a system, I'm not saying that you can't achieve nothing. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, without a system, there's really like there's kind of no motivation there, unless you're really like, right? At least in my opinion, from my point of view, everybody is different, and I understand that. But from where I'm sitting at, without a system, I couldn't do any of this. Without a system, I couldn't make videos. I couldn't read, none of that. So I'm just more akin to systems, but without a system, really, like, I don't think many of us can really get far. So that's just my little take on that. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you again on the next one. Peace.